Hey guys, Jones here, back with another video. Patch 11.0.7 is right around the corner, hitting the live servers next week on December 17th. And since I'm a huge mount collector, I was excited to see the new mounts that will be available in this patch, so I logged on to the PTR to see what we can expect from this update. So looking on Wowhead and in the mount journal, I found that there is 12 new mounts that we can obtain in this new patch. Here I head to the Siren house, and obviously there is going to be some new mounts from this zone. So from the Siren Isles, there's going to be 2 mounts that can be acquired from achievements, 1 mount from a quest line, 1 mount that you can buy with the new currency of the zone, and 1 mount where you need to gather some items and give it to an NPC to receive the mount. So here I'll open my mount journal and do a little showcase to show the new mounts that will be available. So the first one is the Breaker's Song that is going to be available from the achievement I'll Remember You. So this meta achievement is going to include completing the introduction quest line, do all the weekly quests once, participate on every excavation project once, kill rare creature, open treasures, and collect Siren gems for the new ring. So basically if you play in this new zone, you should get it pretty easily. This mount is also somewhat of a recolor of the Dreadwake that was from the in-game shop and that is now available in the trading post. There is a slight difference in this one, where on the Dreadwake there was some kind of squid in the front, and now on this one there's some kind of siren, for Siren House obviously. So I think this one fits the theme of the new zone pretty well, and it's pretty cool. The next mount is called the Shadow of Doubt. It is a darker recolor from the Mount Beladar spawn. It's much cooler in my opinion. It looks like a little bit like Venom from the Marvels. This mount is also obtainable from a meta achievement called You Shall Not Pass. This one is going to require the previous meta achievement, I'll Remember You, and also 4 new meta achievements from the 4 Kazelgar zones, which requires getting rares, finding treasures, completing reputation-related activities, and random achievements from each zones. So maybe you'll get the 2 mounts at the same time when you complete I'll Remember You. I think that's what's going to happen for me, because I already completed most of the achievements from Kazelgar already. And this is it for the achievement mounts for the Siren House. The next mount is called the Prismatic Snapdragon. It is acquired from a quest line, so maybe a daily or repeatable quest that we have to do multiple times. We don't have much information about it yet. It's not the first Snapdragon either, but it's the first version that has no armor. There was some Snapdragon back in Nashatar, the Royal Snapdragon, and the Deep Coral Snapdragon. The next mount is called Soweezi's Vintage Waveshredder. So when you arrive on the Siren House, you'll be on a boat, and if you just jump down, there's going to be an NPC kind of chilling at the beach. This is actually an NPC that is selling items in exchange for a new currency that is dropped all around the Siren Isle. So by killing mobs, getting rares, opening treasures, doing quests. The currency is called Flame Blessed Iron, and you're gonna need 10,000 of them to get them out. The final mount of the Siren Isle is called Thrayir, and this model has been datamined all the way back in Siege of Orgrimmar and is only making its way into the game right now. This one is kind of special to get, so you're gonna have to come here in the cave to get into the Forgotten Vault. You'll be introduced to this crystal in the introduction quest line. And if you come here to the east part, you're gonna see that Thrayir is on the ground and there's 5 rune pillars around it. So what you're gonna have to get is 5 rune keys to activate the pillars, and then you're gonna be able to get them out. So these 5 rune keys are all obtainable in different ways, so I'm gonna show you how to get them. First off, you're gonna have to unlock the special assignment Storms of Brewing by completing the world quest that is available at the moment. And then you're gonna be able to come here and talk to Soweezi and activate the storm. So you'll see that the monsters are changing to some kind of creatures and spider crabs and things like that. So if you see them, you know you're in the storm. So then you can go back to the Forgotten Vault that we went earlier. So there's gonna be a rare at the back of the room called Xvir the Forgotten. And it has the chance to drop one of the rune keys that we need. It is called the Whirling Rune Key. I don't know if the drop rates are gonna stay the same, but I got it on my first kill. The second rune key is also dropped from a rare called Zektul the Shipbreaker. It is gonna drop the Cyclonic Rune Key. For this fight, I suggest you to run around the boss so you don't get hit by a Stormcast, so you don't take that much damage. The next rune key is called the Turbulent Rune Key. You're gonna have to find 3 turbulent fragments that are acquired by interacting with these kind of golden spirits. For this one, you have to interact with the dirt pile in front of the ghost, so you'll get your first fragment. For the second one, you can come to the cave right here, and when you enter, you're gonna see a second golden ghost. So if you pay attention, you're gonna see that it is holding some kind of crystal. You have to click on it. So there's your second fragment. And for the third one, you have to come to the cave right here. And this time the crystal is gonna be on the ground in front of the ghost. So there you have your 3 fragments. So once you have all 3, you're gonna be able to combine them to create the Turbulent Rune Key. And for the last 2 rune keys, the Torrential and the Thunderous, you're gonna have to find some fragment by killing mobs around the isle and by finding some treasures. So you should get these ones without even trying. And then you can head back to the Forgotten Vault and you're gonna see that the pillars are interactable. So once you have all 5 keys, you can activate them. And then you're gonna be able to talk to Thrayir and get the mount. So this is it for the mount for the Siren House. So then we're gonna head to BFA. There's 2 new mounts from meta achievements that have been added in patch 11.0.7. The first mount is the Honeyback Hivemother. This one is a copy of a model that was a vendor in BFA, involving another bee mount. The achievement is called I'm on Island Time, and it involves doing exploration and pretty much all the questing in every zone. For the moment on the PTR, there's also achievements that are cross-faction, but if you click all the way on them, they do not appear on the exploration tab, so I don't think they will make it through to the live server, so I wouldn't worry too much about them. The next mount is called Jani's Thrashpile. It is the same model as Jani from BFA that we had to do some quests with him. And one thing that is special from this mount is that, as you can see in the mount journal, even if you show your character, you do not appear because you're actually going to be able to transform into Jani. So this one is also from a meta achievement called Farewell to Arms. And honestly, I think this is the biggest meta achievement I have ever seen. This one involves 3 or 4 other meta achievements, including the meta achievement in Nashatar and Mechagon, and these ones were pretty long as well, plus the one from the Honeyback Hivemother. You also have to clear every raid, every dungeon, have some reputation revered, do the visions, do the island expeditions, so pretty much everything from the Battle for Azeroth expansion. If you have no progression yet on this one, I'm telling you good luck and keep faith. It could take 4 or 5 months to get all of this done, but it sure is a cool reward even though it is hard, and it might give ourselves a reason to go back to explore this Battle for Azeroth expansion, or maybe it's just too much and you can let this one go. Next up, we have 4 new mounts that are being added in the Timewalking rotation. So this one is the Broodling of Sinistra, that is from Cataclysm and available from the vendor in your capital city. It is just a good old dragon recolor. The next mount is from the Mist of Pandaria Timewalking. It is called the Coppermane Quillen, and it is also a recolor, but I think this one looks very beautiful. The color match very well together. I'm getting this one for sure. Next up from the Draenor Timewalking is the Nightfall Sky Reaver. It is also a model that has been used for the Draenor Pathfinder achievement for the Soaring Sky Terror, but this one has armor and it is another color. So I think they did a pretty good job, even if it's a recolor, to make it a little unique. And for the last time walking is from Legion. It is the Urzel Flesh Ripper. It is a recolor of the mount from Mythic Argus. And this one looks very cool too. This is the mount from Argus. This one is pretty hard to get. And for the last mount of this video, from patch 11.0.7, is going to be the Timely Buzzbee. So another bee mount, but this one has an hourglass on its back. And it is going to be available from an achievement called Master of the Turbulent Timeways 2. This is an event involving time walking. And what you're going to have to do is complete 5 times the weekly quest. And this event is going to be held between January 7th and February 25th, so you have plenty of time to get it. So that's pretty much it for this video and the new mounts from the patch 11.0.7. Let me know in the comments which mount you're going to get for sure, and if you like this video, like it and subscribe if you don't want to miss anything. And until then, I will see you in the next one. Alright, see ya. Peace.